Here we go.
Yeah, wow.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill with Live Simple, Live Free, and I now have the footers poured, as you can see. So it's time to start on the block work, on the cinder blocks. Now, I can do every aspect of construction work: block work, masonry, carpentry, plumbing, electrical, roofing, siding, sheetrock. I can do it all. In fact, I've built an entire house by myself before. But out of all the different aspects of construction, I find that I enjoy actually the electrical the best. I don't know why, but I do. And the masonry, that's the worst. Quite frankly, I hate masonry. And for that reason, in the past when I'm building whole houses, when I'm the contractor building the whole house, I would always hire the masonry out to somebody else. They come in with a crew of 3 or 4 and they can knock out an entire foundation for a big house in 3 or 4 days. So I haven't done a whole lot of masonry because I usually hire it out to somebody else, to a subcontractor. But this one, this little addition, is only 3 courses of block and it's 25 blocks per course. So I'm only going to be doing 75 cinder blocks here. I think I can handle that. Now, I'm not nearly as fast as guys that do it all the time, because I used to do it a fair amount of time, but I haven't done it in a long time. So I'm going to be slow, but I'll be able to get it done the way it needs to be done. So I've actually kind of had trouble getting out here, getting started, motivating myself to do it because I don't enjoy it. But it'll be fast, and then I can be on the carpentry, and that's much better. So here we go. Now I need to put drain tile around the outside of the foundation after it's finished to drain water away from the foundation. Normally I would build the block wall first and then I would do the drain tile after the foundation is done. But you can see right here, I don't have a whole lot of room. And if I build a wall right there, I won't really have room to get in there to put in the drain tile. Because it'll be narrow and deep. So I'm actually digging this out, and I'm going to be doing the drain tile before I do the wall. And unfortunately, I dug this hole too narrow, and you see right in here, I can't fit the pipe in. I'll show you the pipe in a minute, but I can't fit the pipe in. And all the way up, I've already dug that out to make it wide enough for the pipe. Still need to dig out this. And then I need to put in some gravel and the drain pipe. And here's the drain pipe that I use. It's called 4-inch perforated ADS pipe. I don't know what ADS stands for, but that's what this is. And you can see here it's corrugated, so it bends easily, and it's perforated. So the water can get in there, and then it's covered with this cloth to keep it from getting filled up with soot. Not soot, with silt. Because over time it would fill up and then it wouldn't be effective anymore. So there's this cloth there. Water can get through the cloth, get in through the perforations, and then run out of the foundation. So I have to have enough room to fit this pipe down beside the footer. Unfortunately, I could only get this ADS perforated pipe in a 100-foot coil. I only need about 45 or 50 feet, so I'm going to have about half of this left over. I don't know, I'll see maybe if Barry can use it on the addition that he's doing. So I got some gravel now in the bottom. That's number 57 stone. And then I put in the pipe on top of the gravel. And then I'll cover the pipe with more gravel. So here you can see the ADS pipe. I have it bent around the corner. There's gravel down there underneath of it, and then gravel on top of it. Right now I've only got it that far, but I'll continue to do the rest of the foundation. Okay, so now I've got the drain pipe in and all covered with the gravel, and it's nice and neat and tidy. I really like that. So the next thing for me to do is to mark out where the walls are going to go, and I do that with this string, and I have it strung all the way across. And then once I get it like that, then I have to rack it. I do that by measuring diagonally from that point to this point, and then from that point to this point, and if it's square, they should match. And I did a pretty good job estimating where it was going to be, because the first time I measured it, it was only off by ½ inch. I think this measurement here was a ½ inch longer. So all I did was move this corner that way ¼ inch, and that takes care of it. So then I have this as the corner. I used a level to mark it down there below, and then I put a pin there, put a screw there, and that will be the corner of the cinder block walls. So now I'm ready to start actually finally laying block, but that'll be tomorrow because it's already about 6 in the evening. So now that I'm ready to start on the cinder block, I have to recalculate again or remeasure the height of the different places on the footer using the transit, which I've already done. Actually, I did it as soon as the footer was poured. That corner and the one over there are both the same. Using that as the standard, this corner is 1/4 inch high, and that corner is 1/2 inch low. So those two are the same, the standard. This comes up a little, and then there's a 3/4 inch drop from here to there. Now I can make it up and bring it back up to level with how much mortar I put between the cinder blocks. Just make a little bit thicker row of mortar, and it'll raise that up a little bit over there. I only have 3 courses of block to do that in. If I was building a whole foundation and I was going up, 8 feet, I'd have plenty of room, and that wouldn't be a problem at all. With only 3 courses, it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I should still be able to do it. Now a cinder block is 7.5 inches tall, which leaves a ½ inch for the mortar in between the courses, which means that you figure 8 inches for each row of cinder block. Now when I was digging the footers, I had to calculate the depth of the footer to match the existing house. So I had to make sure that once I put my block on there, it's going to match the house. Otherwise the floor wouldn't be level. So now when I measure the top of the footer to the top of the cinder block right here should be 3 courses, which is 24 inches. And it comes out to exactly 24 inches. So my footer is at the right height to match the house. So now I know that this corner is correct compared to the house, and that corner down there matches. They're both the same, so I can start there as the standard, and then all I have to do is adjust these corners a little bit, bring this one down 1/4 of an inch and bring this one up a 1/2 an inch with the thickness of the mortar. Now, I'm sure that any masons out there are going to tell me everything that I'm doing wrong, and or the faster or more efficient way to do this. Like I said from the beginning, I've done this, but I haven't done a whole lot of it. So I'll get it done, it's just not pretty. So now I've got the 4 corners established. I did not record it because it was very slow and tedious, but I set these up, and that's the 3 courses that I'm going up, and I shot them all with the transit and you know, at each course, and I'm only off about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, so that's fine. Now that I have the corners established, I need to fill in the walls in between. So now that I have the corners established, I can put the string on it. The string right here, I pull it tight and just hook it around the corner with the wood block at the right level, and that not only helps me keep the wall straight, but it gives me the top level of each block, so I can just lay them down and use the string as my guide, and I don't necessarily have to use a level on every one. It makes it a lot faster. Now that I've got the corners established and I got the string on there, I can, well, I'm not going to say I can fly because I don't fly. I'm pretty slow, but I can go a lot faster than it took me to establish the corners. It won't take me much longer to finish this whole foundation. So I got the wall finished. Now I have to put in the anchor bolts. This goes in here, the concrete, and then when I put the sill plate, the wood on top of it, that's what actually bolts the carpentry down to the masonry. I got to do these every 3 feet all the way around. All right. Now I'll just put the rest of these in. I'll be done. Well, so as you can see now, foundation is finished, the block work is finished, and I didn't do it real fast, and like I said at the beginning, I don't do it all the time, so you know, I'm not an expert at it, but I got it done. Everything's straight, everything's level, so I'm happy with it. Some of it doesn't look the best, but all of that will be buried underground, so it doesn't matter anyway. The only part you're going to see is the top course of block. So now that that's done, then the next thing for me to do is to put foundation coating tar on it to waterproof it, and then backfill it so I can walk around when I start on the carpentry without tripping all over the place. But that'll be in the next video, so I hope you join me there. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you can find the next video. Thanks for watching. Live simple, live free, you be blessed.